You must have the will to do it. You got to have the will to do it. You know, there's a quote from Dale Carnegie that says, "Those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still." For a principle to be true, both sides have to be true. Meaning, if I can't convince you against your will, if you have a strong will to do the right thing, then doggone it, you're going to do the right thing. And there's nothing that's going to stop you from doing it. People don't really spend enough time diving into the power of really having intention and having a strong will to accomplish something, to do something. A lot of times we talk about how hard something is, but the reality is nobody who has a strong will to do something sits around talking about how hard it is. They're just about the business of doing the thing. So I came across this clip, man, and there was this guy doing an interview with an elder in Jamaica who has a farm and is growing a lot of different things. And he was just kind of talking about life. And there's so much wisdom that we can garner from our elders. Man, I encourage everyone to, if you have the opportunity to spend time with your elders. If you don't have elders around you, spend time finding interviews with elders and listening to them. There's so much wisdom in the gray hair. There's so much wisdom in the life lived. A lot of times we place an emphasis on wealth and, tangible accomplishments. But the reality is living to 70, 80, 90 years old, that's an accomplishment in itself. And that's an accomplishment that money cannot always buy. Because if money could buy becoming an elder, you wouldn't have so many wealthy people not making it to elder status. But listen to this brother's response. And I want you to think through the lens of having the will to do something, having the will to do something, being intentional about doing something. I want you to hear his statement or hear his response, and then we'll have a response to this clip.
Tell me you don't have space. What you need is a will. We're using here are nothing more than pallets that you ship your goods on. Hear of it?
Oh, what'd you do before this?
I used to be in the printing business. It was just too stressful. This is a stress buster. You don't feel any pain. They don't talk back. It's just a wonderful way to spend your time.
Yeah, all your clients want is water.
Got you.
How'd you meet your wife?
Oh, I met her at church. We got married when she was 20 and I was 21. That's 57 years ago.
Wow.
79 years old.
Wow.
I have no intentions of slowing up on the next 79 years.
Wow.
And no medication, arthritis, no diabetes, none of those stuff. Healthy as they come.
Most of the people that I meet that work on land, they age so nicely.
It's lending to nature and it lends back to you. And once you are in the business of helping others, it's like cologne. You can't sprinkle on others without getting some on yourself. Don't tell me.
So he said lending to others, doing for others, helping others is like spraying cologne, where if you spray cologne on someone else, you can't help but to get some on yourself. And the clip, I think, got a little jumbled at the beginning, but he was talking about not having the space, or the guy was asking him about the space that he has to grow and do the things that he's doing. And he said, it's not about the space, it's about the will to do it. As long as you have the will to do it, listen, that's it, right? And he talked about meeting his wife and them being together and just being intentional. Like, there's so much sage wisdom that comes from our elders, and we need to make it a point to spend time with them and soak that up. Because the only time that we can get that type of wisdom is if we live it ourselves, meaning we have another few decades before we get there, or we can listen to the experiences that they've had and be about, incorporating some of that wisdom now, right? Taking it light, taking it slow. He even mentioned his previous career was stressful, but what he's doing now on the land is the stress buster. So there's some wisdom there, and that wisdom comes from spending time with our elders. So spend some time with your elders, especially as we move into the holiday season, or if you've passed the holiday season, whenever you're listening to this video, take and prioritize spending time with some elders, because there's so much wisdom for you to garner. All right. And hey, you got to have a will to do so, right? Because remember what Dale Carnegie said, those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. So, how about you have the will to prioritize building relationships, listening to your elders, soaking in all of that? These relationships are the things that matter. This is the currency that you cannot purchase, but it's having the will to go and prioritize those relationships that's going to make all the difference. All right. Well, hey, as always, y'all leave comments. Be blessed, well, and wise. Have an amazing day and go be the quarterback of your mindset. I'll holler at you. Peace.